Hey everybody, Strider's back with another pregame stats breakdown. On the red team today, we're going to have Muffinqt, Sona, Ahri, Irelia, and Skarner versus the blue team, who has Twisted Fate, Corki, Lee Sin, Vladimir, and Taric. So on the top lane, we are going to have an Irelia versus a Vlad. Irelia mains support, while Vlad mains caster. This is not really going to give a huge advantage to anybody, really, because they're two completely different roles. But Irelia has actually been played by this person about 27 times with a 51% win ratio, which isn't too bad. Vladimir has actually never been played by this person in a ranked game at all. So I think I'm going to have to give this particular lane to Irelia, because I think she just has a lot more experience with the champion and possibly top lane. And then if we transition over into mid, we're going to have an Ahri versus a Twisted Fate. Ahri mains caster, while Twisted Fate mains jungle. This is going to give Ahri a huge advantage. Ahri has only been played by this person about 17 times with a 47% win ratio, to where Twisted Fate has been played by this person about 195 times with a 62% win ratio. I think I'm going to 100% have to give this lane to the Twisted Fate, just because the vast amount of experience as well as a really high win ratio with him. And then if we go into the jungle, this is where it starts getting interesting. We're going to have Skarner versus the Lee Sin. Skarner mains caster, while Lee Sin also mains caster. So no one has a huge advantage there. But Skarner has played 22 games with a 54.55% win ratio, as to where Lee Sin has only been played 20 times with a 70% win ratio, which is a little bit higher, just 2 less games. I think I'm going to have to give it to Lee Sin just because I think the early game presence will really help them out. And then if we take a look at the bottom lane, we're going to have Corki versus Muffinqt. Muffinqt mains AD carry, while Corki also mains AD carry. Muffinqt's been played by this person about 40 times, and with a 62.5% win ratio. That's actually really good. Corki's been played by this person 76 times with a 57% win ratio. I think I'm going to have to give this particular lane to the Muffinqt, actually. The Muffinqt, I think, will just come up just because that high of a win ratio with the champion that's not as strong as the other ones that are available right now. I think that shows a lot. I think it just shows a lot. And then if we take a look at the supports, last but not least, of course, we're going to have Sona versus Taric. Sona mains support, while Taric mains AD carry. So this is definitely going to give Sona a huge advantage. Sona's been played by this person 68 times with a 70% win ratio, which is absolutely ridiculous, as to where Taric's been played by this person only 10 times with a 40% win ratio. So I think I'm going to have to give bottom lane to the red team as well. So if you add up all the wins and losses from everybody that's played these champions in a ranked game, the red team should have a 61.49% chance of winning, as to where the blue team will have a 60.80% chance of winning. So I think I'm actually going to go with the numbers this time and vote for the red team. Make sure you leave a comment and tell me what team you guys think is going to win, or what happened to cause a specific team to win or lose, and we'll do some discussing. Again, thanks guys, and let's get into the game and see what happens. Hey everybody, Strider's here with another episode of ELO Heaven. How is everybody doing today? If you haven't checked it out so far or yet, make sure you do check out my vlog. It is a relatively big announcement for you guys, not really for me. It kind of pertains to you guys a lot more than it pertains to me. So I definitely suggest checking that out, just to ensure that you get the full benefits of the new contest that I have announced, since it's going to be ongoing for probably, I don't know, at least another year or two, year and a half. So definitely make sure you check out the vlog, make sure you check out the rules of it, and then we'll see what we can do from there. But that's besides the point. That's in the past. This is the future. The future is now. The future is now. I've seen a lot of Muffinqt playing Arcade Sona. Not just Sona in general, really, which is a little bit interesting, because I knew he didn't play Sona for quite some time there, just because she was a little bit too squishy. But the red team still does have a relatively squishy team, except for the Skarner and the Irelia. Irelia is not I don't know. She's not necessarily tanky. She's just really difficult to kill before she kills you because of her true damage. Vlad is super late game with Irelia, so that should be a pretty good matchup. Corki should be able to do excellent against a Misfortune. Misfortune has some great early game presence. That's going to be where she shines quite a bit. Especially with her ult changes, I've actually seen a couple more Misfortunes, surprisingly enough. Vlad may be walking into a death trap right here. Yes, he is going to have to pull out of here. I don't think he'll have to flash, but he's still going to get a lot of damage. Oh, and a great charm going down on Lee Sin. That is another stun card going down on MF. She is going to have to flash out of that. No, it looks like Taric is going to die from this. Yes, and that is going to be a really dead Irelia. That is really close. Corki ends up going down to the Sona. And oh my gosh, it looks like TF is so close to dying. Is at 61 HP. And wow, that was quite an exchange. A 2-for-1 exchange in favor of the red team. And they also got first blood. So giving Sona a kill. Not necessarily amazing, but she is going to be able to get that fairy charm right off the bat, so she's going to be that much closer to her Philosopher's Stone, her Philosophizer Stone. But overall, it's not huge. But then again, Irelia was the one that got first blood, and that could be extremely bad for everybody's health on that team. Yeah, it's not going to be good times, I can tell you that. Irelia with first blood, so she already got an old magic mantle and I think another health potion. No, sorry. She did get. Oh man, that's going to be really bad for pretty much Vlad altogether. He does have an extra 2 health potions to really kind of make up for the fact that she did get that advantage in the beginning. So it's really going to help him out in the laning phase just a little bit. But that extra magic resist is going to make it so hard for him to harass, and he's just going to be able to constantly throw on that assault. So we'll see how well he ends up doing up top. It looks like so far he is up by 1 CS. Yeah, 1 CS. Doing so good. Lee Sin went for a really early red buff, but didn't actually go for a gank, which is a little surprising, because usually when you go for red buff, you go really aggressive onto mid lane or top lane for that gank. It's possible that he was afraid that Skarner was going to take his red buff, so he didn't do that. But Skarner already has his double buff. Skarner's quite a bit ahead of this Lee Sin already, doing a phenomenal job. I don't think he actually went back and bought anything, to be honest. But he's going to clean out those wolves as well. And oh man, it looks like Sona is getting pretty low. She's taking a lot of damage from those creeps as well. And wow, if he gets one more stun, that could be all over. But for either one of those members, Taric's going to be able to throw down the heal as well as Sona, but it's going to be extremely dangerous. And wow, a huge gank coming up top. It looks like it really will end up going down to Vlad, and a great safeguard from the Lee Sin is really going to be able to secure that up just a little bit more. Skarner's taking the wraiths at this point, and a little retreat ping coming down from inside the unobtainable jungle. Wow, a nice little bit of burst now coming out from Sona. She's not a huge burst champion, but she still does quite a bit of damage for support. And now, Skarner's coming in from the back. This could be really bad. Oh, he is going to get away from it. The stun now coming out. Great dazzle, but is he going to go down? The ignite coming down, and yes, it looks like that will happen. Not going to be good for the Taric. He wasn't as fabulous as he thought he was. It looks like they had vision on him, which was a little weird because he was like right around here, and Corki auto-attacked him, so it was pretty interesting that he actually did that, but it could have just been luck or something. I don't know. He must have just barely peeked out, and then the tower saw him or something. Very strange, though. The red team did ping out a ward here, so they do know that TF warded this little area, so that's going to cause Skarner to lose one path out of his jungle, in and out of his jungle. Because if he goes in that path, they're going to know exactly where he is. So unless that's in the plan, he can't really go there. And now Vlad has 1 kill, and he actually got the Boots of Lucidity. It's going to decrease his cooldowns. It's really going to help him early early on in this game. He's still only at 14 CS. He's going to take a lot of harassment. Wow, a great shatter coming out, and this could be a really dead Taric. Taric does end up going down. Very unfortunate for him. It looks like he was going for the kill aggressively, and oh my gosh, that Lee Sin almost took it out. 2 members of the red team super low. Vlad going down really low as himself. Is he going to be able to pick it up? It does not look like it. Oh my gosh, so much action going down all over the map. Oh man, it looks like Lee Sin was able to get the Q on him. Is he going to be able to follow up? I don't think so. Corki's coming in. This could be dangerous, and that was a huge kill going down on MF, and that is going to be a dead MF. But she was able to exchange a kill. Wonderful job. Vlad's still super low. He could instantly die. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Right when that dash came out from Irelia, I knew that all it took was that and an auto attack, and I don't think he would have been able to do a transfusion in that amount of time. So great job by Irelia, but I think he just kind of dug his own grave. Now let's see if we can get back to live. It looks like Irelia actually got a second no magic mantle. Very interesting. Got that ruby crystal. Decided not to finish up those boots, which is pretty interesting. It looks like TF is going to just continue on to farm as much as he can. He's only like 2 or 3 ahead of Ahri right now, so it's super close. He does have a kill though, and that's really going to help. So he's up by about 300 gold at this point in time. Corki is doing as much as he can, but he's behind by about 10 CS right now. This could be really bad. TF coming in with the ultimate, doing quite a bit of damage. And the Ignite now coming down. Is he going to be able to do anything else? The one more auto attack is going to finish it off. No, it does not. 26 HP. TF did not have enough mana for another card, and that is going to seal his grave. It looks like Taric ends up going down as well. Oh my god. So that was a 3-for-0 exchange for the red team. MF is just doing way too much burst, and oh my gosh, Vlad's ultimate coming out, doing a lot of damage, being able to slow down Irelia with this pool, now doing as much as he can, and that's going to be a kill for Vladimir. As long as they can continue to shut down that Irelia, that's really going to help with them. And in the meantime, red team takes that dragon. That dragon is really going to help them skyrocket in the lead even further than they already are. They're up by about 3,000 gold right now. Doing a phenomenal job at only 7 minutes. If they continue to keep up this pressure, even though TF is TF and he typically applies a lot of map pressure, if they make it to where it's extremely dangerous for TF to teleport anywhere besides to safety, that's going to be really bad for the blue team. So hopefully it doesn't actually come to that point, but it looks like it's very possible to happen. Taric is now at this point just kind of taking down these golems. I think he just needs extra creep kills. He has 4 deaths already. Corki has 3. Not doing the best in their bottom lane right now. He's only down by 6 CS at this point, but he is down by 3 kills. And a great lane freeze coming out from this MF. And that's going to put Corki and Taric in an extremely bad position. So they're definitely going to decide not to continue to do that. To push forward, that is. 2 wards coming out from the red team. Pink ward, nice little pink ward here that's going to be able to catch pretty much anything in this little radius that the blue team may put down. It looks like they are going to end up going for this red buff. Very interesting choice going for the red buff, but at the current moment they can't really farm in lane because it's so dangerous for them right now. There's just so much burst coming out from that MF and that Sona. A great TF ult coming in. He is going to be able to get out this Irelia, and Irelia is definitely going to go down to the Lee Sin. Lee Sin doing a wonderful job, but a great stun card by TF, really kind of forcing her into that terrible position. And now Skarner, he is getting auto-attacked, and the red buff is going to slow him down quite a bit, which really does help, but I don't think it's going to be enough to really prevent them from taking this tower. Oh my gosh, it looks like Ahri may get out of this with the 3 charges from ult. Looks like she will. Doing a phenomenal job there, but oh my gosh, it looks like MF was able to pick up a kill down ball onto this Corki. Let's see how that transpired. A teleport now coming in. No, it was canceled. The teleport was canceled. That's not good. Completely baited his own team. And Crescendo followed by the double up and the ultimate, doing an absolute monstrous amount of damage. Wow. Oh, it looked like there was no teleport. It looked like the teleport animation was on the tower. I might be crazy, but it did look like a teleport, and then it just kind of stopped. Vlad's still doing a wonderful job, but he is at about half health, and Irelia is back in lane. This could be really bad for him if he continues to be overconfident like this. He's getting a lot of help from this Lee Sin and the TF to really be able to shut down that Irelia. It's definitely something they need to do, but they also need to make sure that they don't go overboard. Ahri went super, super low from that tricard. Wonderful job by TF. Really being able to shut her out, and that is going to be the first tower going down in favor of the red team and blue team on each side. Top and bottom towers going down, and wow, that's a lot of damage going down on MF. Is she going to be able to get out of this? I don't know. She does not have her flash, and that strut is definitely not going to happen. Oh my gosh, Corki shoots it the wrong way. Is he going to be able to pick it up? No! Is he going to give it to the MF or what? Or the TF or Taric? What's going to happen? No, okay, so Lee Sin ends up picking it up. I think Corki definitely needed that. I don't know if it was necessary for him to give that to Lee Sin. Lee Sin is 3-0-3, doing a phenomenal job, but he's not going to be the one carrying late game. So it's a very interesting call on their part. A lot of damage now going down. A ward with the safeguard coming out. It looks like, oh my gosh, a Great Impale coming out from... Oh no, Charm just barely misses. Great job. TF is going to be able to get this perfect Apex Orb of Deception coming out from Ahri in the meantime. Wow. Very intense fight. Nobody ended up falling to that, which is really, really good. But it was just very scary on both teams. They didn't know what was going to happen on that one. That could have went either way. Sona was so close to going down, just a little bit more damage than they would have had it if Lee Sin would have had Ignite, or if anybody put Ignite on her like the TF. It would have definitely killed her. So really still at top. She's doing what she can. She doesn't have too much health yet. Let's see if we can get to live and see if anything transpires. Oh my gosh, a great waste of her flash there. She is going to survive out of this, and a little bit of a slow coming out from the pool, and another stun card. Is the Dazzle going to come off? Yes, the Dazzle will come off, and that is going to be another kill for that Vladimir. Uh-oh, TF is now in trouble. He doesn't have any mana. He's not going to be able to run away for very long. They're going to let him go because he's not a threat. Ahri's taking a ton of damage, and a great crescendo now coming out. Vladimir is so low, he's not going to be able to survive this. He does end up going down, and that is going to be a blue card coming out. He's going to get a little bit of mana, but oh my gosh, is the... No, the Impale cooldown is not up. He was just using it for the slow and the Crystal Slash. Oh my gosh, that was a really close to death Ahri running into that wild card, and oh, this could be really bad. TF does end up going down, and now great charm now coming out from Lee Sin. It looks as if, oh yes, the Impale is finally up. And, oh, Sona picks up that kill. Sona is now at 5-0-7, doing a phenomenal job. And the ultimate now coming out from MF. Is it going to be able to kill her? No, it won't. But it looks like Taric may be able to follow it up. Does he have his flash? Not quite yet. If he can get a flash, shatter, dazzle combo, that could be incredibly good. Is he good? The strut comes up. There's so much chat in the chat. Is he going to be able to do it? His flash is up. His flash is up. Dazzle. Shatter Radiance! Oh, it doesn't quite do it. 70 HP! 70 HP! Live! Oh, the auto attack's so close. Oh my god, what is happening? GG! GG! And this is why I have to leave it off, because there's lots of cursing in normal chat. Oh, hilarious though. Regardless, that was hilarious. I was rooting for that Taric so much. I always love seeing plays like that, because MF did a really clutch play, was able to tower dive the Corki successfully, get out with almost no health, and then the Taric came out of nowhere. She's like, run away! And the flash was on cooldown, so you didn't quite have it. Oh man, it was just intense. It was so intense. TF is actually counter jungling now. He doesn't really care about taking the tower at this point, which is pretty interesting. It's 14 minutes in the game. This is usually when you just don't care, so you'll take the tower. But red team at this point, they're taking a dragon. TF ults just to see what's going on. It looks like, wow, Taric is kind of going in a little bit too hard. MF does not. Is she going to throw out her ultimate? It doesn't look like it quite yet. Vladimir ends up going down, and Ahri is still alive. No, she does end up going down. TF goes down as well, follows shortly behind, and Corki is the last one to fall on the red team. Or, sorry, to the red team. Wow, a great 3-for-1 exchange coming out for the red team once again, showing their dominance over this game. They're about 5,000 gold ahead at 15 minutes. And that's going to increase it up to 6,000. Another tower. They didn't even have Irelia in that fight. That's how dangerous that this red team is right now. Skarner's just doing a phenomenal job pulling in the right person. Corki still doesn't have any kills, and he's only at 70 CS, about 30 behind. He's getting shut down completely this entire game. Hopefully he'll be able to come back later on, but it's going to be extremely difficult for them to really go through with it. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from an AD carry that is almost completely shut down compared to MF, who has 5 kills and 7 assists. That's just a lot to come back from. Corki's working on his Trinity Force. He doesn't even have 2 items yet. A great charm coming out. Orb of Deception not quite landing. But MF already has that Bloodthirster, so she is thirsty for blood. I don't know how. Let's see how many it's actually stacked up. It's not quite stacked up at all. It looks like it was pretty fresh. So definitely not a bad idea. Uh-oh, this could be really dangerous. Great job. MF is going to go down, yes. And the Vlad survives. Lee Sin ends up picking the kill. Not too good for them. Uh-oh. TF now coming in, really just chasing away. Not hitting anybody. Oh my gosh, Lee Sin runs into 2 members of the team. Is he going to be able to do that? He does throw it out. Oh, and a great dash onto that Lee Sin from the Irelia as well as the Ahri. TF's throwing as many spells as he can out there. His cooldowns are super long. Skarner does have his Impale. Yes, he does end up getting that TF, but it's not really going to do too much. A great stun card coming down, but wow, there's still going to be a lot of slows coming down from the Skarner. Oh, a great pool on that crescendo. That was perfectly timed pool. Very impressed by that Vladimir's play throughout this match already. He's just been doing really good. He was a little bit cocky at top lane at one point, but that was being able to predict that crescendo or just perfectly timing it. I don't even know if there was much of a wind-up time on crescendo. I don't believe there is, but holy cow, that was just absolutely perfect timing. So wonderful job by the Vlad. Corki, that whole time that they were chasing down the rest of the blue team. Uh-oh, this could be a nice little Shadow Radiance combo. Corki's going and trying to get a kill, but it looks like he will go down almost instantly. Complete CC chain, and this is really bad. And uh-oh, Skarner is out for vengeance. He wants a kill. He wants this so bad, but he's gonna go down to the Lee Sin. Lee Sin picks up the kill. Great job by him. And uh-oh, this could be really bad. No, it doesn't look like he will follow up with that stun card on anybody. A great charm now coming out. Irelia is going really hard in the paint, and a huge amounts of damage coming out from that bullet time on MF. The main thing I miss about MF is her crazy laugh when she threw out her ultimate. She's like, ah ha ha ha. That was crazy, but it was hilarious every time she did it. I'm a little disappointed that they kind of took that out. I really like the changes that they made to her ult, though, since it's almost instant at this point. It's it's a lot more difficult to get out, so she does more damage with it, which is really good, because she definitely needed a buff like that at this point. Vlad, I mean, the bottom tower is already gone, so I don't actually don't know if Vlad was the one that picked that up or not. I apologize. Ahri gets a nice little charm. Was not quite able to recall. Looks like an Impale coming out, and Irelia is going to be able to pick up this kill. Yeah, that is going to be super bad news. And oh my gosh, TF almost gets a kill. Nice little auto attack. Yes, he picks up the kill on that Ahri. Wonderful job, and a stun card now coming out, followed by a dazzle with the Radiance, and they backed off instead of continuing to do damage. They were so close to picking that up. A great crescendo hitting 4 members of the blue team. Phenomenal job And wow, that was a great dragon kick coming out from that Lee Sin. Lee Sin did not hit the Irelia, which could be detrimental to their team. But they decided that it's okay, and they were able to back off. So it was a nice little 1-for-1 trade. Looks like blue team is starting to stabilize their losses a bit. It looks like Irelia did get caught out of position. And, uh-oh, this could be really bad. It looks like the Skarner is going to be able to pick him off. He doesn't have much lifesteal at all. And a great safeguard. Oh, another dazzle. The shatter coming out. It's going to reduce her armor. And that is not going to be too much damage going down once that shatter's on. Oh, great. This could be really bad. The Tempest now finally goes off. Is he going to throw out the Q? Is he going to be able to follow up with the kill? No, he decides not to risk it. A great charm coming down. Oh, she's doing so much damage. A great dazzle coming out from Taric. Taric gets a double up to his face. Lee Sin almost dies from it, and a great ultimate with a little bit of vision help from that ward. And that was, holy cow, a ton of damage. Ahri goes down once again to that TF, and an Impale now going out into Vlad. Vladimir goes down almost instantly. Sona ends up picking up that kill, 6-0 and 17. Sona probably has the second most gold in the game is on Sona. Doing a phenomenal job. She's a part of almost every single kill. 23 out of 26 kills she's been a part of. So she's just doing a great job. She has 2 gold per 10s. Well, now only 1. But she has that Aegis, which is really going to help her team. A Locket of the Iron Solari coming out from the Skarner. Going to give the whole team a little bit of an extra shield. And now finally a Shirelia's Reverie. That is going to be the second Shirelia's on that red team. It's really hard to say if the blue team's going to be able to come back from this. They don't have really any aura items. They have an Aegis, but that is it. It's definitely the most important one that they need at this point. Getting a Shirelia's is definitely going to be important because they're going to have to run away or catch up to the red team at some point in time. Unless the 2 people they pick off are that Sona and the Skarner, which I don't really see happening. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to do that. Oh, blue team. Yes, blue team finally gets the dragon. That is going to be their first dragon in the game. Charm not quite landing. Skarner's doing what he can, but he does now notice that the dragon is gone. Oh my gosh, Irelia goes really hard in the paint. It looks like the Impale will not go out. They're just going to flat out kill him. Oh, the Flash Impale now coming out on Corki. Corki's going to go down almost instantly. Ahri and Irelia pick up those kills, and that is absolutely huge. So, oh, great crescendo hitting 2 members. Oh, and a great job coming out from Vladimir. Vladimir throws down his pool as well as his on his. Oh, TF does not quite land that wild card. And oh my gosh, he gets hit by that charm. Just doing the perfect amount of damage, being able to pick him up. And that is going to be extremely dangerous if they decide to keep on playing this game. The tower is going down so very fast, and so is the inhibitor. After this inhibitor, they could pretty much just go directly to Baron and just tank it up. Oh my gosh. So that's a lot of damage coming out on Ahri. Ahri shouldn't be doing that one-on-one. Oh, and a Radiant Shatter combo. Skarner ends up picking the kill, and now also picks up the kill on Corki. So stalling them to go back turned into 2 people dying. A very unfortunate turn of events, but it looks like the ultimate from TF is going to come out. Notice that they're all AFK in their base, except for, oh, that is going to be a surrender vote. Wow. So red team really just showed their dominance over this game. It took them a while to get ramped up, but they finally won a pretty big team fight at the end there. Got about 10,000 gold ahead and just continued to completely smash. So once that happened, it probably really demoralized the blue team, and especially with Corki being 0, 10, and 5, it's not a good position to be in. It's extremely hard to play with people when things like that happens. It's just really difficult. which is kind of why I cast. No, it's not that bad, but it's frustrating because you know that even if you make it to late game, if you stall it out, because usually if you're losing, the best thing to do is stall as much as possible, farm up as much as possible. But since Corki was still not being able to farm, still being shut down, all those things, it was just extremely hard to do that. Just extremely hard. But yeah, overall, wonderful game. The red team showed a pretty commanding lead at the beginning there, so congratulations to the red team. GG to the blue team. Again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the middle of the screen. If you want to see any previous or next videos, make sure to click on those. And again, one more time, make sure that you listen or watch whatever, read my vlog, and that will give you some insight into the new contest. It's going to be another RP contest. I'm going to be giving away RP, so make sure you check out that most recent vlog. So thanks guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow.